Hi everyone. Today we are going to have a debate on a particular topic. The topic name is can money buy the happiness? So as far as my opinion is concerned, I would say yes, money can buy the happiness. And I will give some reasons and justification behind this. Why do I say the money can buy the happiness? And um, let me start with the reasons and couple of kind of justifications behind it. As you know, money is the biggest source of motivations. It is everywhere from morning to evening, whatever we do, everywhere money is involved. And when it talks about our daily life, when it talks about our growth, success, our kind of financial growth, or whatever it is happening in our life, everywhere the money is involved. And I also I would say that time is money. And there is a saying, or it is said that you know uh, money is not everything, but money requires everything. That means whatever you do, that involves money. So if I talk about the basic need, the basic essential commodities or the basic needs for human being, or kind of the basic necessities, that is food or shelter, healthcare, or kind of the safety, security. These are the basic necessary things or the necessities for everyone. And for that, money is essential for us. And without money, we can't fulfill our basic requirements. Second, I would say your uh, money helps to reduce your stress level directly or indirectly. Directly in the sense, the researcher or kind of say human tendency. If you have enough money, you will feel better, or kind of less stress. If you are under pressure of debt, EMI, or kind of financial instability, that case you are mentally getting more stress, or you will be the stress will get impacted to your mental health as well as your physical health. So in that perspective, I would say money can helps to reduce your stress level. Then third, I would say uh, buying habits. Buying habits in the sense, money can give them purchasing power everywhere. Like you can go for a travel, like you can work upon your hobby, or you can have spend time or happy moment with your loved one. So for doing this, or not to maintain this kind of lifestyle, you need money. Without that, nothing can be happen. Then the last, I would say, the financial security, or kind of freedom, or the control, or security. That means if you have money, then you will feel, or the people will recognize you. Yes, you are a good person, a kind of personality. Obviously, you need to maintain that kind of culture or that kind of lifestyles. Otherwise, nobody will care for you, right? So everybody busy in their life, and they are working like hard, and they are working day in day out, nights, not day in and day outs, to make money or to earn more and more money, not to get us prosperous kind of success in their life, right? So in that context, I would say everywhere money is involved. Without money, we can't do anything. So, since everywhere it is involved money, then why can't I say the money is everything and money can buy happiness?
Yes, sir, I absolutely agree with Pradeep. And I will give, I want to represent some point to support my view. And my first point is education. So education is most powerful tool to change everything. But to find a quality and good education, we need money. Without money, it is difficult to get a good education. So, education for getting powerful education and better education, we need money. And second is health. Uh, Suppose people is suffering from disease, but he does not have money, so he can't afford to go in a big hospital or a best hospital and proper treatment. But if he does money, then he can treat very easily, and he can go anywhere when wherever he want. So for maintain healthy life, money is very necessary nowadays. And my third point is a lifestyle. Everyone wants fulfill lifestyle and comfortable, but to be spend fulfill lifestyle and comfortable, we need money, because nowadays technology given us so many sources for saving our times and to be live comfortable life. But everyone not can afford that facility, like using washing machine, fridge, and mixer and all things. So when we use these things, then we save our time, and that save our time, we use that time in other productive way. But people does not have money, then they do all things by physically, and they do not make time for other productive things. So indirectly, it is give happiness when we say when we spend time on ourselves. And other point is traveling. So many doctors suggest to travel, because when we explore new place and meet other people, then our mind feel refreshed, and indirectly we feel happy. So in, it is very difficult to explore a place without money. And another point is that's all point. So overall, money can buy happiness.
So my opinion about this, I totally disagree with money can buy happiness, because as he said, money can buy everything. Like I know that we can buy everything with money. For example, you can buy a bed, but you can't buy sleep, and you can buy a house, but you can't buy a home. Like that, money can't buy everything for inner peace, like that. So the other thing is, you talked about studies, right? There are many government college, government school in this country, so we don't need money to get educated.
But you have,
So let me talk, okay? So the other thing is health. There are so many billionaires who have a lot of money, but they have incurable health issue. So with money, they can't do anything.
Yes, in my opinion, can money buy happiness? Yes, money can buy food, buy cloth, but not buy happiness. Why? Because food we can get, but if you have delicious food, you have a very big apartment, you have so many clothes to wear, but if you are alone in your house, so how can you happy? No one is there to talk to him, no one is there to care of them, so how you can happy? So in my opinion, money can't buy happiness. uh, Happiness comes inner of your soul. Thank you.
I respect opposite view, but I disagree, because we can't buy happiness. Some diseases cannot be cured. For example, cancer, some around if you go last day, we can't survive. But it's not cured. Like you get you go through the money, and then you go to the job, you get more stress. I want to earn money, I want to earn money. Then you get more stress, and you put some because of more stress, you will get at time. You have to take morning to evening, a lifelong you have to take tablets. Once you are a blockage in the heart, that time you have to take. How can you get it? How money? Lots of money. But you don't want to take tablet. And when you are once you are patient, that time you have to be diet. That time you don't eat high food. You don't eat red meat, and don't listen hard sounds, loud sounds. How to control. That time it's more again more stressful. How can you have lots of money? How can you be happy? It's not possible. And love can't buy a happiness. Love cannot be bought. That's why certain things, basic needs, money needed. After that, money is not necessary. Happiness only comes from your simple life. Better to go simple life can be give happiness. Money can't give happiness. Money can't.
So what can give you happiness then? So
Simple life.
according to you.
Simple life you can go. Simple life can be.
But to
give
maintain
happiness.
simple life, do you think the money is not required?
But that's why I told you, right? Basic needs only require money. After
No,
that, not
you are
necessary.
saying that the
Yeah.
money doesn't require for the happiness, then what do you need for happiness?
Yeah, that's why they go to the simple life.
The simple life, what do you need?
Simple life, don't I want to be in
Then there is no
Billion-
growth,
most of the
there is no
billion
progress.
under more stress.
No, if you want to live just a simple
agriculture
life.
farmer can work in the field and after he is happy with his family. But billionaire.
No, the farmer is now more stable. Why they are doing society? If you are telling farmer.
Now,
are
do you
more-
think the farmer, whatever they are earning, it is hand to mouth, and there is no saving at all? And how do you think that they can afford their children's education? How do you think that
They
medical
put
costs?
government
No,
schools and
you just justify how they will afford this cost. Government hospitals is there, or education purpose is school also there, but it is not for all. In the sense, like if government hospital is there, to the extent it is possible, government will support. Then if it is the critical disease or kind of severe medical treatment is required, the government the services will not support. But at that time you need the critical kind of care, or that hospital doesn't have
That's
that
why the
facility.
basic needs-
So that
that's
time,
how-
what will you do?
basic needs come under health also. That time the basic needs only money. After that you are a billionaire.
No, I am not talking about billionaire.
expenditure,
I am not talking about billionaire. I am just saying
Money
if you are talking about the farmers, and farmer he or she have or they are happy with their simple life, and do you think they are maintaining everything in their
Yeah,
life?
compared to farmer life is best, is happy mood compared to city life. People are going
But-
high salary.
But they are still farmer. How they can grow in their life? But still the farmer
But
they are
they're doing
not
work cultivation.
I'm saying cultivation is the only the source of income, and
Yeah.
they can't afford the good education to their children. They can't fulfill the requirements of their family, even if they don't have a house to for their staying. So then, how do you say they are happy?
If you want the happiness, you go simple life. Otherwise, it
So simple life means what? Simple life means
What
what?
you have, that time you have.
So what I have, then how?
You are
What I have. So
I
what?
want to get
So what?
like this.
No,
I
no.
want
What
to
I
go to
have
that
means
job,
you
I
need
have
the
to get-
food, you need the shelter, you
basic
need the
needs,
health care,
yeah.
you need the cloth,
Basic
everything.
need.
And to meet your basic necessity, you need the money. And for living
Yeah,
the
basic
simple life
necessity,
also,
that's it.
for
Basic-
living the
yeah,
simple life
simple
also
life
you
is
need.
basic need.
And you
Basic
know,
needs
the
only.
Indian culture, it is uncertainty about the climates and all. And the farmer is suffering a lot because their harvesting is not giving such much good quality of the yield or kind of quality products. And they are not able to sell out in the market and not getting the good revenue. How can you expect that their life is very simple and
Compared
safety?
to city
Yes,
life,
comparatively,
city life
Pradeep,
is-
it
No,
is
comparative. I am not saying there is an uncertainty about your climate. Right? If something goes
Uncertainty,
catastrophic kind of
also.
things, flood or
And
kind
all
of
time
earthquake,
money
then what will
was
happen?
necessary.
And they are just hand to mouth. They don't have any saving.
Okay,
And
that
how do you
time-
think
okay,
that
okay.
they can fulfill
If you
their
are money,
requirements?
okay. If you are money,
I have an egg. To the
They
extent
have
I
it.
can fulfill my requirements. To the extent, if there is
Yeah,
no
you
food, I
got
can buy
something,
food.
yeah.
If I don't
Okay,
have a
okay,
house,
to the
I can
accident.
stand.
Okay, someone you lost. That time you can get. The
Yes,
accident
yes.
you can get. Someone
Yes.
you lost. Your loved one death. That time you can get. Money.
No,
Money.
this.
You told right.
No, the death.
That's a requirement. It can.
I am talking about happiness. If something is a death or it is a life, I can't buy. This is the natural thing.
But you have
But I am
everything.
talking
Why
about
is-
happiness. Happiness. What I am saying.
You told
this
uncertain.
happiness. Happiness.
But all time
I am not
comes
saying this. I am not saying
happiness
that
to money.
money can buy
From
the
money.
happiness. I am saying
Money
the
can't
money.
buy
If you
happiness.
have money to the extent you can manage and you can become happy. The real happiness is comes from the bottom of your heart. It is not like the money can buy. That I completely agree. But think about your necessity and to fulfill your requirements and to meet the expectation from your family members. How do you manage or how to fulfill
Basic needs
basics?
enough.
The basic need, how you fulfill basic needs is
Yeah,
education, basic
that's
medical,
why-
basic need is food. How can you satisfy them? How can you maintain
That
to
only require
no,
money is a small amount of money. Now
there is no small amount. Do you think it is a small amount? Living in a city
That
is a small
is a
amount.
small amount, right?
Is it small amount?
Yeah.
How much do you need for living in a
Depends upon
city,
you.
in a family?
It's
You need
like-
50,000. Do you see
Yeah,
the
in city life.
We
city
take
life,
for example, Salman Khan has many money,
Lots of
billionaire,
money.
yeah,
Mm.
lots of money. But he have no girlfriend, no have any children, no have any family,
Does
no
not
have
have. Does not have.
does not have any family. So that's why he is not happy.
Most of the celebrities are
Yeah.
still
How
under
do you
pressure.
justify that he is not happy?
Struggle.
Who said that he is not happy?
I can.
It is-
How can you say
I-
he's happy? How can you say
No,
he's
you
happy?
can't say he is not happy.
You only told right.
What I said.
That's-
Justify my points. I am stick to that particular piece. I am not coming beyond their. I just now
Yes,
stick
you
to
have
their.
money, you have money,
Yes.
you are happy now.
No, I am not saying happy. I said that if you have money, you can fulfill your requirements
Yes,
and
we
you
fulfill,
can buy
but-
your
but
hobbies.
all the
Like hobbies in the
depends
sense. See, these days the people are not happy with their family, not happy with their relationship. They are happy with the external things. Like you can go for a travel, you can go for a theater or entertainment
You are
purpose,
going
or
alone
you can for a
to
hobby.
travel.
So you can make friend. The people for
But-
making the friend you need money,
No,
right?
your
It's
character
very-
is not to then no
Yes,
one
it-
you will friend.
It is possible. If
No,
you
it's not
if you
possible.
ask somebody to make a company with you, somebody will come. And if you are able to afford them cost, if you are not able to afford, nobody will come with you. That is for sure. And this is the practical challenges we are facing every day. It is not like a real friend who will support always and will stand with
Yeah, if you come
with
with
your
me that time, he is
basic need.
happy.
That's
If
the
come with me that time, he is
Anyone
happy.
comes to you with your money,
Obviously,
so he is not your
obviously,
real friend.
obviously will be happy. Obviously will be happy. I am saying that money is
If you go to
required
travel, go to
everywhere.
some
Without
visit
that,
some
nothing can
place,
be
that
done.
time we all are happy. No, that time.
Yes, because we change our
You want-
environment.
yeah, you want
We
to
change
you
when
want
we
to see
change our
that
environment,
the
then we feel happy. And
happiness
resources.
come from inside. Money can't
Yes,
buy that.
when we go outside, when we change,
Basically, it's
when
only
you
required-
I
change your
agree
mind,
completely agree
then
and the happiness will come inside. But inside to maintain your body and mentally fit and fine, you need money for that. You need the food. You need the
But
you
no,
need the
but
stress.
it is-
That's
but
How
why
you
I
can
agree basic.
No, that
needs
doesn't
only
say-
require
Yes,
money.
one thing I want to tell you, everything not depend on money. Happiness not all time depend on money. Sometimes we can buy food, we can buy cloth from money, but all time not necessary to get money for happiness.
Do you justify this outcome?
If
As I rightly mentioned that money is not everything, but everything requires money. Just justify this point.
Money, for example, you take your basic needs you require. Like every year you want to pay rent, you want to food. That's need money. After that, you got, for example, you got health issues. That money can't. That time you will get.
then how will you
If
treat
you have-
if you have
if
health,
you have
then
money-
how will you treat it?
Huh?
Without
If you-
money, can you treat your
Yeah, if you have money, that time go and treat. They will give tablets every day. You take. If you have money, I have money. I will give too much of money. Skip the tablet.
There are lakhs of crores of people, they are now losing their life because
It's
they are
happiness.
scarcity
How
of
can it
money
happiness
and then
every
they
day
can't
morning,
afford the huge medical
Most of
cost,
it
right?
show people.
But I agree, government hospitals are there. You can see the quality of services over there. You can see the quality of education in the
many
government
people,
hospitals. If that is the
many
case,
people
then
prefer
why the
private hospitals
crores
instead
of
government
the
And not
institutes
only
of
that,
private private institutions or private hospitals are there? And what kind of
Yes,
services they
like my
provide?
example, I have money, but I have no time to spend
Yeah.
to go to theater, to go to shop any cloth and anything. So what we can do? I have money, but I'm not
that
happy.
is, I'm not saying that is your personal problem that you are not able
No,
to
it's
go
not
out from your.
personal problem.
But-
It's every
So-
in
Money,
Bangalore
right? Yeah,
traffic we
money
have
problem
money.
is
Say that billionaires they don't want
That
to
is
go out.
management
They
problem.
have the own theater, they have the swimming pool, they
You
have
have
everything
management
establishment
problem.
in their house itself.
You
No need
cannot
to go
collect
out.
business money.
Okay, they have everything, but they don't have mental health, some good, so they don't feel good or they are mentally down, what they will do? They have everything, okay? But their mental health is so weak, what they will do?
Obviously they can go for treatment.
Treatment.
Yes.
I think every mental health issue can't be treatable.
Right.
Cure.
That is there. I'm not saying that money can buy everything. I'm very strict to my point. Money is not everything, but money requires everything. But everything requires money. So that means, to the extent, I completely agree. You are not able to justify the money can't buy the love of a mother. Money can't buy the trust. Money can't buy the belief. Money can't buy the stress of a people. Money can't buy the pain of a patient. That is completely agree. But still, to maintain the life or to cure, to the extent it is possible, money is required, and that person can bring your happiness. Even if the people who is, instead of losing life, if you are surviving very
That's temporary.
endangered life,
That's
but still it
temporary.
is very happy.
Yeah, that's
Right?
That's what you told it. Until you cure, after you cure, you have to. After that, you have to lead life. You have to go to work. Sometimes unwillingly, you have to do hard work. That time, uneasy happy.
I did come on in.
Huh? What you know, you have some accident. That time, he recovered. That time, next you have to lead life.
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah, that time you have to work.
Yes,
Sometimes
obviously.
we are unable to work. Unwillingly, you have to forcefully, hardly, you have to do. That time, unwilling to. That time, how he is happy? How he is happy?
I'm saying instead of losing life, but
Yeah,
he
yeah.
is surviving. This is the God blessing, and the blessing comes from the money only. That think about.
How can you say
So,
How can you say blessing is come from money?
Blessing in the sense, this blessing, I'm not saying that I'm not basing the blessing from the God. I'm saying this blessing came from the proper care of the treatment of the doctors. This is the kind of blessing. So there are many people, the crores of people, without getting proper treatment or kind of cure, they are losing their lives. And there are crores of people you can see they are losing life, or the death news is coming from the government hospitals, and there is no proper care from the family side or the hospital sides, and the doctor is demanding this much of the money is required, and they are not able to submit or deposit that within the time frames. So this kind of news everywhere it is there. So to how you can avoid this kind of issue or to meet the requirements, obviously you need the money. If we have money to the extent you can extend your life also. Now is it extending your possibilities? That is I'm saying. But I'm not saying that money
That is
can
not
buy
happiness.
everything, but it is there. You can buy and you can fulfill that to the extent it's possible. That's the reason.
Some time for treatment it's needed. After that, what? That is not happiness. Okay, that is not. If you cure, that is happiness. Next year.
Happiness, see, happiness in that it doesn't mean, see, if I compare with the one person, the person who is completely healthy, another person who made the accident, and because of the accident he lost his one leg, and still there he is not happy because he already lost his leg, but still he is alive, right? And he can compete that I am still
But
in
he's
the
not happy.
not happy because this is
Yeah.
uncertain event, some uncertain
Yeah,
things
uncertain
that happen,
event,
that's the
everybody
reason.
life,
So
That time money.
so that doesn't mean, but still he is living around the family and his loved one is still there, and
If you
to
are
bring the
whatever
happiness
you
there,
are,
because
position
of
is
that uncertain
whatever.
event, you can't say.
You are on the bed.
If that is the case, then there would be any uncertainty in their life, right? So it will fulfill your requirements. If your family or loved one is there, they will support you. Now to extend your life
Every
or
time
possibilities
everyone
there.
not supporting.
Okay. Okay, suppose there is two person. One guy is fit and healthy and he does not have so much money, and the other guy is filthy rich. He's a billionaire, but he has an uncurable medical condition. Then who will be more happy?
Obviously, the person who is living in a sophisticated life, he knows that my life is very short. Okay, and the person who is living in a very healthy and a very peaceful way, or he doesn't know whether life is kind of temporary or uncertain about that. But the person who knows that it is uncertain and I may not be live for a long life.
But the point is, this guy is happy and this guy is
Both
not
are happy. Both are happy.
No,
How he is
how
happy?
Both are happy.
He is stressed about tomorrow I will die or I will be there or not.
Stress,
He is not happy
obviously
and
stress
he
is
happy.
there. Obviously stress is there.
Yeah.
But along with that, he is
If you
living the
understand
one
that,
side,
how
right?
can you happy? If you
He is
understand
he is
that, how
having
can you
one.
happy?
Everybody, the man is mortal. It is for sure. And if I think that I will live for 70 years, somebody said because of the cancer I will live on 5 years, next 5 years. So it doesn't matter the 70 or 5 years. It matters how you can make your life productive and how do you make your life meaningful. If within the 5-year lifespan you can do something for the betterment of the society will remember you.
But second person
So,
it depend on
so
other
if you are
person.
living happily life, you are healthy and you are not doing anything, that doesn't matter. There is no meaning of your
So
life.
you are telling a cancer 4th stage guy is happy?
I am not saying the cancer guy. I am saying that, for example, you are giving the comparisons.
Yeah.
Everybody is getting stressed and they have limited scope of life and they know what is their problems and issues in their lives. Nobody is happy in their life. Everywhere it is
No,
there. I am
no,
saying
it's-
just for comparison purpose.
For me, if I die next 5 years, I will stress from now.
Now, why do you
Yeah.
stress? You know that this is obvious things. This is the doctor has certified that your life
No,
is
I'm
5
talking
years.
about myself, my mindset. If I am dying in 5
Now
years,
that is the problem. You should not worry about that.
That's what I'm talking
No,
about.
no.
Mindset
Then
is
the
not
next
good,
5
money
years,
can't buy happiness.
then next 5 years you
Yeah.
should do some activities that will.
How can you do activity if I am not happy?
If you are
You can't do anything
if you are not happy, then how you can utilize your wealth for the betterment of the society. That in that way,
Society.
in that way, I am
If I
saying.
am not happy, why I make society happy?
Then
No.
what will happen? Your wealth. If you have so much of the money, then what is that?
I
That will
can't
be ending
take
the
my
smoke,
wealth to
right?
heaven.
Then there will
Okay,
be
so
nothing.
money is
Then the
gone.
entire
But
plans
happy
and
person
as
is
well,
happy and
it will
gone.
be went
Yeah.
into the smoke, right? That's the reason actually. If you know that this is the my lifespan, then why can't you do something better for the society? In that way,
Like-
in that
like
way,
if I die tomorrow,
in that way you can be happy. I'm saying, see, health issue, the mental problems, that is everywhere. Even if nobody can give the guarantee that I am fully stressed or I am happy in their life. So that
that's
is
the
there.
point.
But
Not
that is
everyone
there.
happy. And
That is there. But
you
if
told
you have,
that.
but
Money
you
can't
have,
buy
but
happiness.
you
You told-
have
you
money.
already told that.
No, what I told.
It's done.
I didn't say that money can't do anything. I said that money can buy to the extent it's possible. At least you can have a better food, or you can have a better place.
How
to
can I
stay.
have a better food if I am having
Yeah.
cancer?
Just for
I
I'm
need
giving
to
example.
know what
I'm just giving example.
Everything is gone.
I'm
My
giving
whole
just
life is
example.
gone.
So this
I
is
can-
just example.
How can I eat everything?
It is possible if you have a cancer now.
Yeah.
So instead of having a very crucial life, you can have a better treatment from the doctor. Obviously, it is there, and even if they are saying 5 years for your better treatment or the critical care of your doctor, your life may be extended for another 2 years. That
But
possibility
we
is
can
there.
extend, okay, we can
But
extend
that is there.
that period, we know.
But that is,
my mindset
that is
will
something
go down.
uncertainty. I am not saying this is in a common circumstance or normal scenario, everything is going normal. That is there. That probability is there. There may be chance that the cancer, because of high or kind of other diseases, you might get stress. But if you have money to the extent, you can just mitigate their problems.
That's what I'm saying.
That I'm saying.
Money can
Why
buy
money
things,
can't buy
but not
No,
happiness.
Yeah.
Money can buy the happiness
Money
to the
can buy
extent.
beds,
Money can
Only
buy the
things,
extent to
only
the
things.
possible, but it is not
Yes, Ananta
everything.
money is very
Everything
rich,
is money.
but
Money can't buy.